Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be going over my Sky Striker deck profile for post-Doom of Dimensions. So, Sky Striker actually gets like a piece of indirect support in the next set. It's called Magnificent Sight Trance. So if you don't know what this card does, it's a quick play spell that has two effects. It says you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. So you can either draw two cards and then discard a Magnificent card or a quick play spell, or if you do not have any cards in your hand, discard your entire hand, or you can add a Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So maybe like, why is this card good in Sky Striker? Well, it's another consistency card. So basically you would play it for the first bullet point. So draw two, then discard a Magnificent Storm or a quick play spell. Because Sky Striker actually plays a lot of quick play spells. So Storm Trance can actually be used as like just a draw two, like another Desires. That doesn't banish your deck, so you don't get rid of your resources, which is really cool. Also, it puts two spells in the graveyard, which is really nice for your Sky Striker cards as well. And then also it's a quick play spell. So that means you can use it in the draw phase to play around Joel. Which Joel isn't seeing a ton of play right now, at least in the main deck, but it's definitely, I think, going to see play in the side deck. So I think this card is really important. Now you're probably asking, why am I siding it? Why am I not maining it, right? Because I think most lists you've probably seen are maining the card. Well, to answer that question, we have to take a step back. So at first, when I started building the deck, I was like, this card is crazy. Like 100% you just play the card, right? And then I thought about Sky Striker in the format. Because what are the decks you're trying to build against, right? You're trying to build for Yummy, Dracotail, Mitsurugi, and then kind of like Lunalight, etc., etc. I realized that low-key, going first is not that good right now in Sky Striker. Because I feel like you're going first against Dracotail and Mitsurugi specifically are really, really bad. Like really, really bad. But going first against Yummy is fine, although you can probably have a higher win rate going second too. So I'm like, if I want to go second, I don't think this card is even that good. The card is really good going first, so going second, I don't know. Against Lunalight, you want to go first, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, that's just one matchup. But against most decks, I think you actually want to go second right now. So I decided to build the deck blind second. And because I'm playing blind second, I don't think this card is that good in that strategy. So I'm not really trying to discard my quick play spell. So yeah, that's why I decided to not play this in the main deck. But I'm still fighting it because I think the card has value like post side, because like Joel is seeing play, and then post side, especially in some matchups, I think you want to go first. So I think having the option to side this in to help play around Joel is pretty cool. And then there's another consistency card for when you go first too, because you look how the deck is built. It's built for consistency, but mainly going second, not going first. Like for example, two Desires, etc., etc. So that is why I'm siding this card. Now for the actual like ratios. Well, I guess for more theory first. So versus Dracotail, the issue with going first is that you don't really Rahu and Ketsu, you don't really have any engine cards that interact with them. And like especially like 5 mana too. Like if they just 5 mana on your turn, it's super after you play, it's super rough, right? Like 5 mana in the Gulamel, especially imagine they use a Urgula's material. Oh my god. Urgula pops one, Gulamel pops one. I don't know if you're gonna be able to win the grind game. I think they just like resolve too much. I think the spells resolving are too good against you too. And then Mitsurugi, it's not even that their disruption is insane going second against you, but your disruption going first against Mitsurugi is kind of lackluster. So I think it's a little bit weird because of that. And I think in general versus Yummy, like you're able to just go second a lot easier than you're able to go first. Not that you're going first against Yummy is terrible though. And I think against Dracotail, you're able to go second a lot easier than you are going first. You don't have to worry about like some of the cards like Ketsu and Rahu. And going second against Mitsurugi is actually super easy. Like it's a lot much easier than going second, right? So I think actually the blind second in this format makes sense. So to talk about some of the ratios, 3 Ray and 1 Rose. I mean, it's pretty standard. I am playing Pot of Desires in the deck, so you might be like, why am I not playing 2 Rose? But I'm playing 2 Desires, not 3. And also, I don't really want to draw Rose going second. It's like a terrible card to draw. And I think it's fine, you can make it work. Especially because 0 effect to pop and whatever is not even that important when you're going first. Second, it's more important when you go first. Triple Engage, obviously. Triple Linkage, obviously. Triple Anchor, obviously, in a board breaker build. Run Rhoda. I am playing multi-roll. I feel like you do want it for like grind games. Because you won't be able to kill them every time. So I think it's multi-roll is nice. 1 Linkage, or Lemnis Gate, sorry. Lemnis Gate is not very good to draw. But, so that's why I said 1 and not 2, even though like Desires is a thing. 1 Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon, I know some people were hating on it, but I think it got better this format because you really want it against Mitsurugi. You want to against Mitsurugi. Against Yummy, it's not that great. You can bring back an Arclight though, but then Yumi is not that great. But I think you really want it for the Mitsurugi matchup. And for Dracotail, it's not bad either. Be able to banish some of their names, their fusions in the graveyard can help you a bit there. But it's mainly for a Mitsurugi matchup. I mean, you want to against Lunalight too, but against Lunalight, you're trying to go first, right? And then for the non-engine perspective, well, I guess I'll talk about the last engine. The last engine card I'm playing is Foolish Burial Goods and Metal Flow Fusion and Black Goat. So I kind of feel iffy about this because like these cards are not good to draw going second, even though you have ways to put them in the graveyard like Droplet or Multi-Roll. But I kind of didn't know what else to play, and every other option felt lackluster. So I was like, I can maybe play these, and then at least it's like an Arclight out or something like that. So it's whatever. But yeah, for the non-engine, Triple Thrust and Tactics. I mean, this card is insane in Border Breaker, Sky Striker, right? Being able to search and engage is just crazy. While putting a spell in graveyard at the same time. Call By, I think Call By is insane right now in this format. Call By going second is super nice against Mitsu, against Dracotail hitting the 5 mana. Against Yumi, you can hit Arclight or an engine card like Snatchy in the graveyard. So I think Call By is super good. Double Desires. So the reason I want 2 Desires and not 3 is because I'm going second. So like I'm seeing 6 cards, and then I also have so many other draw cards between Engage Drawing and Upstart Goblin and Foolish Burial Goods for Metal Flow Fusion. So because you see so many cards, it's not just about opening 2 in your opening hand. It's like, I'm going to see like 10 plus cards, whatever. So like the chance of me opening multiple is like a lot higher. So like, I think it's okay to play 2 because of that. Also, it's not like insanely needed either. So I think the 2 ratio makes sense. It's kind of similar theory to how Dark World is deck builds, or how like Endymion deck builds, if you guys are familiar with those decks, which you probably are not, but yeah. So I think 2 Desires is correct in the blind second version. In the blind first version, you can play 3. And then for the like disruptive cards, Featherduster and Lightning Storm, I think these cards are crazy good right now. 2 Lightning Storm, not 3 Lightning Storm, even though it's unlimited, just because I already have Featherduster. And you don't really want, especially if you're like drawing like a ton of cards, you don't really want to see a ton of like Lightning Storm. So, and then Droplet is just solid overall. It's good versus everything. Raigeki, it's really good versus Yumi, obviously. Like, it deals with Arclight, and even if they don't have Arclight, you can deal with everything else. It's actually not that bad against some of the other decks. Against Dracotail, it's kind of whatever. Against Mitsurugi, it's actually unironically kind of decent, because the pure Mitsurugi deck ends on what, like IP, Futsu, Murakumo, whatever, right? Removing the Futsu before you start special summoning is actually super duper duper important, so I think it's good versus Mitsurugi, unironically. And they force them to go IP, SP, like, just not be able to banish. I mean, they're going to banish Raigeki, but like, sure, right? So I'm fine with that. So I think Raigeki is really solid in the main deck. Triple Upstart Goblin. There isn't really a better board breaker, and you just want to like see your best board breakers while also putting spells in the graveyard. So I think Upstart's really cool. And then the Foolish Burial Goods, like I mentioned before. Moving on to the extra deck, I played 3-0 and 3 Kagari. You don't really need 3-0. You can make 2 work, but you have the space for it. 1 Shizuku, a Hayate, a Kaina, double Zeke. I don't think you need the second Zeke, but everyone swears by it, and I had a free extra deck spot, so I was like, sure, why not? 1 Azalea, SP, Typhon, and Mega Fleet. Like, you have a ton of extra deck space. Moving on to the side deck, so I have triple Fua. This is just for going second versus some matchups where the board breakers don't cut it. Like, for example, if you play versus Lunalight, I think you do want the Fua. You play versus like a Malice deck, you do want the Fua, so that's why the Fua is there. And then a lot of going first cards. So Ash Blossom, I think, is really solid. It's just a good going first card in general. It stops a lot of cards. Also, it's really good against some matchups like Dracotail as well. So I think Ash is solid. 2 Gravekeeper's Inscription. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this card, because like, it has to be used at the start of your main phase 1, and you're not. And if you draw, you're not trying to like. If you draw into it, it can be a bit weird, but there's some siding patterns I can show you where it's like chill. Then triple Magnificent Side Trance. So I kind of talked about it previously, but the reason I'm citing this card is because I'm playing blind second, so I don't think this card is good going second, but I think going first, you want to have it in your deck, for sure. And also, like, post-side helps you play around the draw too, so I like the side trance in the side deck. 1 Solemn, it's not 1, RIP, a D-Barrier, because D-Barrier is really good this format, 2 versus Lunalight, Mitsurugi, Dracotail, Yumi, and then the Black Goat for the, oh, it's Swoops, my bad, sorry, I may remove this card. Black Goat should not be in there. I had the Black Goat in the side deck. So like I had a different main deck. I had like Chicken Game and Terraforming, etc. Then I like right before I was like I just swapped it. But I forgot to remove the Black Goat from the side deck. So ignore that. You would just play like another card. Let's add like a 3rd Gravekeeper's Inscription. Screw it. And then like a Hamp. Hamp is for the Lunalight matchup. But yeah. So now I wanted to go through some like siding pattern stuff real quick, just to give you guys an idea about how you might decide to do post side. Alright, so we're looking at the side deck. So generally, if you're trying to go first, post side, obviously you're gonna side out the Raigeki. We're siding out Feather Duster for sure, with the quickness. And then any post side is worth the side out Upstart if you're going first too. Just because you're not trying to play hard in the Joel, and you have other cards you can put in. So you can put in the Ashes, you can put in the Fight Trances, you could put in, like, depending on the matchups, like some stuff like this. Or you could do like depending on the matchup, you have like Inscription. You have options, and then you could take out like maybe some other cards. You have some options. So yeah, that's just like what you would like do somewhat like that post side. I don't have the exact siding patterns for every matchup. Oh my god, my DB lagging. I don't have the exact siding patterns for every matchup. But it's just like an idea of some stuff I'm testing out with right now. I feel pretty confident that blind second is the best way to play the deck for sure. Maybe my list isn't perfect. Like I said, these last 4 cards I'm like not sure on, and the side deck is like a bit iffy as well. But I kind of like the idea of siding the Sight Trance. But I also am super biased versus this card, so maybe I'm just like, maybe I just like it too much. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these other 36 cards are like correct though for sure. Like no way this is incorrect. But the last 4 cards could be like something else. But yeah, anywho, that's it for my SkySugar deck profile. I hope you did enjoy the theory behind it and all that. Overall, I think the deck is pretty solid. It looks like Joel is probably going to end up seeing some play in the format that people are going to side, so I think that hurts the deck a little bit. And also, like a blind second version is kind of rough versus Joel, so. But Joel isn't going to see main deck play, so I think maybe you can like play blind second game 1, and then post side you can turbo into a different gameplay style. Yummy matchup's really good. Talk about the matchups real quick. I think Yummy matchup's insane. Going second, super easy for you to break apart their board and deal with them. And their follow-up isn't like insane to the point where you can't handle it. The Mitsurugi matchup I think is positive for you if you go second. Dracotail matchup is a bit rough, but I think going second it's like somewhat manageable. Lunalight, I'm not gonna lie, Lunalight matchup's bad. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like your board breakers are not doing anything versus Lunalight. Like your hope is like you can like hamp and like play with that, like hamp and then get it back to hand by like bouncing it or something like that, and then try to hamp them again. But well, if they obviously like 2 Liger, but I mean yeah, Lunalight matchup's rough. I'm not gonna cap. Like Liger Dance is a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. What can I say? But yeah, it's like whatever. But other than that, I think the deck's pretty solid. But yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. And if you'd like to see my approach to another deck, just let me know in the comments. Anywho, I hope you have a wonderful day, and take care.